I grew up in Somerset and later came to work in London, but always imagined myself leaving eventually. Growing up in the country, I thought my life lay elsewhere, somewhere close to the tempo of the waves and where birdsong was the most prominent noise on the clean, clear air. But within 2 weeks of escaping to the countryside with my husband and 6-month-old son, I knew we'd made a mistake. Looking at London from a distance, I saw what was compelling about it. It was not that city living meant eating sushi whenever I wanted. It wasn't even that in London I never needed to arrange a telegraph pole to be put up before I could connect to the internet. No, what was most exhilarating about metropolitan life was being surrounded by millions of fellow humans. Density has its positives. It makes community an interesting, nuanced experience. I like, for instance, that I don't just belong to one community but many. Empathy, I think, is one skill that comes from experience of others. And the more humans you have in your universe, I believe, the greater chance you have for insight and awareness. And we are, after all, social animals. As much as I love and need the undulating contours of nature, I have also realised that I need people just as much. I had thought a remote life by the sea would offer me tranquility, but my homebound, car-bound life meant that new friends lived at least 40 minutes drive away. I would wake up knowing that I may never see another soul that day who is not my husband or baby. That feeling of isolation intensified with the frequent thick sea mists that obscured views of the outside world. So even in these strange days of COVID-19, as I have to throw my voice that little bit further to be heard across garden walls, perspex glass, and doorsteps, what I am experiencing is nowhere near as lonely as my life by the ocean.